All right, we are back in the woods. We are actually where we left off at our last video.
Yep, right at the intersection of the Northville-Placid Trail and the Spur Trail in Long Lake. So today we're gonna take the Spur Trail all the way down into Long Lake and see how that is.
Yep, we've been walking already for about 40 minutes. It's about how long it takes to get to the intersection from where we parked.
About 2.5 miles.
Yep, and we've got one vehicle parked where we're coming out, which is going to be that Mount Sabatis recreation area, which we did a video on in the summer. So I think it's about 2.5 miles on the Spur Trail to get to that point.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, so we'll see how this part of the trail is. So it's about, what, 38 degrees today?
Yep.
About the same as what it was last week. Not as sunny today, a little breezier, so it feels a little colder. As you can hear, there's still snow on the ground, but it's kind of like walking in sand because it's a little melty.
These trail markers are yellow now instead of blue, going on to the Spur Trail. Now we'll see what we find over here, and I think there's a good view towards the end.
Yes. So this is actually part of a ski trail also. People can ski it, right?
Yep. It's a little tougher, I guess, but...
Yeah, I don't really know how you could cross-country ski this, but okay. The blue trail markers, some of them were like a dark navy blue. I had a very difficult time seeing them on the previous trail. These bright yellow ones are nice.
They're not green.
A
lot more animal tracks here, foraging and stuff too.
Yeah. I could stay here and listen to this forever. So far this Spur Trail is very much like the section of the Northville-Placid Trail that we did. Not very intense, not a lot of ups and downs, which I guess makes sense if you're supposed to cross-country ski this.
A lot more trees across the trail though.
Yeah. So it's kind of a nice change from doing a hike where you're really exerting a lot of energy. It's kind of just like a nice walk in the woods so far. Lots of animal tracks. Tons of deer, possibly coyote, bunny, squirrel. Lots to see. We don't see actually the animals, but they've been around. Another down tree. It's like woodpecker holes. Alright, we have come up to another sign pointing us in the direction of the Northville-Placid Trail, Spur Trail to Long Lake. And you can see that's where we came from. We parked on 28 North. And I guess this the Three Brooks ski loop goes this direction, but as you can see, you're not getting too far.
Pretty heavily blocked.
Yeah, we actually just had to blaze a little trail because the trail was so blocked by a fallen tree, like you couldn't go over it, you couldn't go under it.
Yeah, big pine tree.
We had to go around it.
Well, this is neat. Looks like we've got to go through a couple of split rock.
Oh yeah, so we've been walking for about 52 minutes, and I think We might be getting close. I'm not sure. We had a few little significant uphills, wouldn't you say?
I wouldn't say anything major.
No, nothing major, but like more than we've seen this entire time. Just enough so that you know you're going up a hill. I love when trees grow on rocks.
I've been acting like a wild man, sleeping like a child.
Yep, got a little bit of signal. Not much, but a little.
Little bit of signal. We're taking a little break because from that sign we walked through those rocks and it's been kind of straight up since. I mean, not straight up, but we're getting a little hot, so we're taking a breather. This part of the trail does not seem to be used as much as the rest of it. There aren't really any tracks from people. There's still, I don't know if it's a dog or a coyote, but whatever it is, it's sticking to the trail.
Yeah, if you had a path, this is not the way to go.
Yeah, if you're hiking the Northville-Placid Trail and you're like packing all your gear, do not take this trail. Stay on the lower part to get to town. I think we're getting close to the top though. It's a little harder though because the snow is half melted and it's not packed down from other hikers. We've got our ice bugs on, so we haven't had to worry about slipping on ice, but the footing's a little uneven. Now, way off in the distance, you can see a nice mountain. Or not very well. The trail just took a turn I didn't expect. Right down there is a creek. And we just crossed it and are on the other side. We had been walking like up along there. So now we crossed it and are kind of heading the opposite direction, but on a different mountain. Which is wild. I really thought we were gonna get to the top of that one and it was gonna be the Mount Sabattis Recreation Area. It was not.
The trail is marked well.
Yes, it's marked very well. Nice bright yellow markers, very frequent. Well, we're definitely the only ones who have been on this trail in a while, but we're at yet another obstacle. We just had to go around a section because there was no getting through it. So this trail is in kind of rough shape. I don't know if it's just from the winter
It's really far.
or what.
Behind you too.
Oh, another obstacle.
Yeah, you can see we're blazing. First one's blazing in a long time through this trail.
Yeah, we've been going for about an hour and 10 minutes. So,
Yeah. Well, if they didn't have the trail markers, I wouldn't know where we're going.
I know, luckily it's very well marked. I love all these little pine trees.
Yeah.
They make you look like a giant. All right, let's see what awaits us. All right, probably impossible to see, but the white here is the lake, and just above it is the big bridge in town. We're starting to wonder where the heck this is gonna put us out. We thought it was at the top of the Mount Sabattis Recreation Area. John's looking at his Google Maps. Definitely maybe not a trail to do in the winter. We probably would have done better with snowshoes.
Even with a hike.
Yeah. But it's starting to be a really nice view. You can see mountains in the distance. The sun is peeking through. It's looking pretty nice. What have you found? Anything?
No, just getting closer to where we should be.
All right, sounds good.
Looks like it's straight down, and that matches up with what we're seeing.
All right. Well, let's keep going and see where we end up.
Head east toward New York 28N East.
That's for driving.
Oh, that's not going to help us here.
No, I don't know how to. Oh, here you go, walking.
It doesn't know this trail though, does it?
No, it doesn't show it.
Yeah.
It shows a different trail.
All right, well, we're gonna continue following those yellow markers and see where we end up.
Yep.
It reminds me in the movies of when they come up on like a dinosaur bone graveyard.
Right here I'm leaning against. That's where it came from.
Oh, yep. But yeah, it's kind of like seeing a bunch of dinosaur skeletons in the middle of nowhere, like in a cartoon or something, but it's trees instead.
We're heading right down there.
Yep, we're going down this way. We think we're coming up on the pavilion at the recreation area, so we will see. Otherwise, we're going to come out somewhere else, and I guess that's okay.
We'll let you know.
All right, we've made it to where the telephone poles come through town. Or not town, but the mountains.
Looks like that's a new one.
Yeah.
There's the old one.
Sun's out, sort of. We've got a sign over here pointing behind us to the Northville-Placid Trail, but we're gonna go down this icy, icy little hill. And I think we're just about to the pavilion. Just keep forging ahead. All right,
Well,
we have made it to the top. There's a very nice view of town. Well, the bridge, I guess. And the lake, which is all frozen.
There's a sign right here.
Ah, yes. So that was the Spur Trail.
I have an hour and 36 minutes.
Yep, I've got just about an hour and 40 minutes. We've been walking how many miles?
Almost 5, 4.9.
Almost 5 miles. It was a good trail. It definitely does not make sense to take the Spur Trail if you're hiking through on the Northville-Placid Trail. It was a steady uphill for, would you say, like 2 miles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steady uphill, and then the downhill is fairly steep also, with switchbacks, and it could get muddy.
Yeah, there
Yes.
was also a lot of tree debris on the trail, so that was lots of obstacles. But man, it was great. It was a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah, it's a,
I'm glad
it's a
we
good
did
hike,
it.
but yeah, definitely if you're hiking through, go to 28 and walk the road.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier.
For sure.
Yeah, unless you're in for a big challenge,
Yeah, I
take
mean,
the Spur Trail.
right? All right, I'm glad we had a plan, and we kind of walked part of it last week and had a plan for this week, started earlier. So that was good.
Yep. Our car's somewhere down below there at the lake level.
Yeah, now we just have to walk straight down a road and we're out of here. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the trails.